You might not be able to tell from afar, but I'm wearing a SpongeBob shirt, so the theme is right. What is that? Oh my! It's Lights Camera Pants! One of many great SpongeBob games, except this one's a multiplayer party experience. Unlike the single-player titles such as Battle for Bikini Bottom or the movie. And I will get to these at some point, they're just so big that they make me nervous. That was a weird sentence. Anyways, no real need for an intro, so just sit back, grab some barnacle chips, maybe a kelp shake, and let's get on into it. Woohoo!
Gil Hammerstein speaking.
Gil Hammerstein is producing a feature film, and like lobster next to multiple pieces of bread, the roles must be filled. So our favorite undersea friends will compete in various challenges for the villainous role of the Sneaky Hermit.
The Sneaky Hermit!
And nothing against Sandy or Plankton, but I'm just gonna go with the core four here, with me being Patrick, of course, because I'll always be Patrick.
Miss Pennington, get me the first contest host on the line.
Let's begin in scene 1, the Krusty Krab. Hosted by pickle thief Bubble Bass. We'll be competing for the role of waiter. Why don't we start off with flipping out? Make sure to flip and catch all the delicious Krabby Patties, but watch out. Infected beef is infiltrating the grills. I'm out here flipping more patties than Tony Hawk if he were to name all of his skateboards Patty.
Tactical nuke!
Alright, order up. In this game, we must simply please the customer. And he could have called me the sheriff the way I was serving up orders. But then Mr. Krabs had an aneurysm right here, so we lost.
You've got money, right?
Ooh, the bouncers. The delivery trucks have rolled in. So we roleplay as workers in an Amazon fulfillment center, transferring goods with timing and precision. This game is very easy and the 3-minute timer is too long.
Wow! I'm the not loser guy!
We tally up the final scores, and like a very important piece of formal wear, it's a tie. This means a classic game of rock, paper, scissors. I had to represent the homeland, so I picked a rock every time.
Rock!
And I won. How great. Scene!
I saw Man Ray drag a wriggling sack into the chum bucket. Thank you for dining at the Krusty Krab!
Knowledge.
Scene 2, Goo Lagoon with Larry the Lobster. We will be competing for the role of Lookout. So let's begin with inflatable pants. Look, this is the race of all time, and I can't even tell you how the speed system works, but I was passing through more nets than a basketball. That's all I had for that.
Wow!
You want to know what's next? Well, wait and see. Time to get jacked. And I'm not talking about concrete underneath a hammer. It's a simple color matching game with a finishing move so sinister that it rivals Mortal Kombat fatalities. JK, you just gotta time it right, and Mr. Krabs failed again. Surf rescue. We're gone fishing, but for items, because catching fish would be criminal in the SpongeBob-averse. This game's very easy, and like the end of a mathematical equation, I have nothing else to add.
And who was the winner?
The Starman, Patrick Star. The Sneaky Hermit, who is still at large and may have accomplices.
You're all over the news, boss. They're saying you're large.
Let's drive on over to scene 3 at Mrs. Puff's boating school, hosted by the Mrs. Puff, to compete for the role of police officer. Things are getting real, starting off with Goo Gladiators, an all-out battle to stay on the platform. But watch out, there's bouncy tires, and they're crazy. To score the most points, our opponents must be knocked off. Like Gucci bags on a Chinese website. Get a load of this guy. Pedal of honor. Get the best score with a combination of wacky tricks. There's not much variation to do here, so it does get a little repetitive. Most of the tricks are just holding onto the handlebars, kind of like a guy whose mustache is trying to escape him. That's horrible. Okay, floor it. It's time for some good old racing. This is one of the most fun games to play, although I don't get why it's a 4-player split screen when I'm the only one playing it. Also, am I an expensive golf club locked behind extra security that only the employees can get for me? Because I'm a really good driver. Ah!
Patrick was the winner.
I'm in hot pursuit.
Time to boogie on down to scene 4 at Sand Stadium, hosted by the prestigious Squilliam Fancy Son. We'll be competing for the role of composer. Why don't we kick it off with Rock Bottom? It's a Guitar Hero style of game, including a track list with more jams than an Amish market, with everyone getting their own riveting solo. SpongeBob has the best one, but he ruined it for this video, so I couldn't show it. Jig on the Brig. Great title, even better game. Memorization and dancing like you've never seen it before. I actually got perfect here because just like a really expensive customized computer, I have good memory. This next game has always been very special to me because it reminds me of my dad. Beats Me. This is actually my personal favorite because 1, the bass line's real nice. You hear that? And 2, you have the freedom to get wild if you want. I just love rhythm games and the AI is really funny when it messes up.
Who's my maestro?
Patrick Star!
Okay, on this tune, I'll be performing alongside the delightful sounds of Whale on My Pecs.
Moving on down to scene 5 of the Chum Bucket, hosted by Karen. We'll be competing for the role of Captive. Machine Meltdown. There's a lot of chum to be processed here. You just hectically tap the machines as they lose power, or as the title suggests, melt down, like ingots at a smithing station. Surface Tension. This game type is pretty much in every party game ever. You just gotta pop bubbles with a spatula, but watch out. The dirty bubble comes in with extra HP and bonus points. Insert joke about my irritable bowel syndrome. Charge. Zap the power pylons to gain triangular territory. And as you can see by my score here, I left my opponents in the dust, like Mr. Krabs' knickknacks before SpongeBob and Patrick painted his house.
You dusted all my knickknacks!
Patrick Star is the best match to the required captive role.
Unhand that captive, you vile fiends!
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I was starting to get definition in my thigh muscles.
We venture on into scene 6, Jellyfish Fields, hosted by Kevin C. Cucumber. We'll be trying out for the role of Hunter. So why don't we kick it off with Jellyfish Jamboree? There's jellyfish everywhere, of various colors and even various point values. You just gotta collect and shoot. Like a spoonful of heroin. Jellyfish Swish. The game is pretty much what you do in Battle for Bikini Bottom when you want to dive into the ravines to get that spatula. You just kind of bungee down and get jellyfish. That's all you gotta do. The Tide Piper. This game's all about teamwork. One guy plays music for the jellies, the other collects and delivers to the cages. Now, King Jelly kept stunning SpongeBob, so it had me worried a bit. But like climbing the ladder in a submarine, we came out on top.
Who was the most electrifying contestant?
Patrick. Oh! Star.
Hermit crabs carry a lot on their backs, so they're always in danger of tipping over. I think the hermit wears comfortable shoes.
Looks like we're off to scene 7 down at the jail with Don the Whale.
Don, how are things?
Ripped!
We'll be competing for the role of prison guard, beginning with the best game to play with your friends, Seahorse Stampede, an epic soccer or football game out in the prison yard. And let me tell you, you could have called me swimming trunks the way I was putting balls in the net. Breaking out. Now, I could have made an acne joke here, but that's too predictable. But this level's poppin'. We release the prisoners Rapunzel style out of their cells and then bounce them over the wall. But watch out for the claw. It'll get you. What the Edit myself on the Toy Story claw machine. I'm in the Toy Story claw machine. Rubble rabble. Straight out of the episode Doing Time, you know, where Patrick ate the chili. It's a very satisfying experience seeing all these fine ores being broken down. And I haven't cracked this many rocks since I smoked crack. Smoke crack on video.
Patrick Star! He has been victorious!
I guess I'll have to go back to my job straightening paper clips if they'll...
Now finally, scene 8. Let's go downtown to participate in some crazy games hosted by Cannonball Jenkins. And we'll be competing for the role of stunt double. The dangerous games start off with blistering barnacles. We're deployed onto the tallest building that Bikini Bottom has to offer. So many barnacles. I was scraping more than a child's kneecap on a school playground. Rope burn. This one's dangerous. There's these ropes you gotta climb that are powered by the batteries that are on a conveyor belt moving faster than the sushi in that one episode of Drake and Josh where there was sushi. Okay, flinging and swinging. And like the title suggests, there's a lot of flinging and also swinging to do. And to be honest with you, this game was just too hard. Kind of like the first bed that Goldilocks tried to sleep in. So in the end, I missed out in the stunt double role, coming in second to Mr. Krabs. Oh, but don't you worry, you barnacles. I won the overall role of the Sneaky Hermit.
Patrick Star has won the
Super Villain!
role.
If only you hadn't left me and taken the house. Now all I want to do is steal all of Bikini Bottom.
And it showed the whole movie in the end, and the movie's 40 minutes long. So the game really went the extra mile to make this feature film. So I'm gonna show you the most condensed version of the movie possible right now. And also there's bonus games, but I would have to play the game 3 times over to get them all. For the sake of this video, I wasn't gonna do that, so just letting you know that. And that's it for the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, maybe drop a like, maybe even a comment, I don't know. If you hated the video, drop a dislike. Be honest with me. And like always, I appreciate all the love and support I get every video. This isn't the end of SpongeBob games on my channel. We will be doing all of them. And that's about it for me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna leave it up to myself editing this. Whether or not I disappear, if I grow, if I shrink, if I turn into a Krabby Patty. It's Lights, Camera, Pants. my god.